And Bangladesh Supreme Court is set to hear the appeal by the government and Anti-Corruption Commission challenging a High Court bail order of former Bangladesh Prime Minister Khalida Zia. A special court on February 8 sentenced Zia to 5 years imprisonment on charges of misappropriating $252,000 from the Zia Orphanage Trust. Zia's defense counsel had appealed for her bail on grounds of her social status, age and primarily poor health conditions. Reports say the 73-year-old former premier is suffering from chronic degenerative medical conditions. A medical board formed to evaluate her health conditions concluded that her condition is not serious. Zia's Bangladesh Nationalist Party leaders have warned that the government would be responsible if her condition deteriorates. And to get us more information on this, I'm joined in by our Bangladesh Bureau Chief Saad Hamadi, who joins me on the phone line. Saad, which way do you see this application for bail going forward, or how do you see it panning out now?
The hearing has started at the Supreme Court on the challenges by the government and the Anti-Corruption Commission of the bail order that was previously granted to former Bangladesh Premier Khalida Zia on March 12 by the High Court. The BNP says that they are hopeful that the Supreme Court would uphold the bail order, but this is also the Supreme Court that had stayed the previous High Court order. So it now depends on the arguments presented by the defense and prosecution to determine which way this would go. The BNP leaders say that this is a political pursuit of the government and the ruling party to keep the former premier behind the bars, so it has a clear passage for the upcoming election, which is due in less than a year. But government says that this is a legal case and would be determined by the court on which way this would go.
Right. Saad, Khalida Zia's lawyers are expected to bring the matter of her serious illness to the notice of the Supreme Court during the hearing. Will that actually work in her favor? Is there any chance of that being considered?
I've talked to the prosecution lawyers and also the defense lawyers for Khalida Zia. The prosecution says that even when the arguments were presented at the High Court, BNP leaders and the defense counsel was not able to provide any medical certificate certifying her health conditions to be in a serious condition or any deteriorating situation whereby the court should consider her bail appeal. But the opposition, the BNP, says that the condition is such that it really requires an attention of the court. A medical board was formed previously by the government, and that has said that the condition is not as serious. Yes, she has some new and old problems on health grounds, but it's not as serious for the court to grant her a bail at this point in time. But that is a certification of the medical board that has been formed by the government.
Right, Saad. Thank you so much for bringing us all those details. And as Saad aptly pointed out, that the bail hearing of Khalida Zia is currently on at the Supreme Court in Bangladesh. We'll continue to bring you more details on this.